I come from a broken family where my father was a cheater. He cheated my mom with many women. And then he owed money to many people, a lot of money. So when since I was 10 years old, it was so normal for me to, have people in your house and eating with you and sleeping in your home, and sometimes they just stormed into your bedroom and opened the closet to see if my dad was hiding there. So I was living in fear for many years until I was in high school. That I went to a boarding school, so I didn't have to experience that anyway. And I remember that was one time the people just threatened that they were going to kidnap me. On the other hand, my mom, she abused me verbally and mentally. That kind of conditional love. I don't know if that is love. I decided to marry a man who asked me to marry him after we dated 3 months. So it was a huge mistake. I knew that I didn't love him. I knew it was a mistake, but I did it. The major reason is that I wanted to devastate my mom by hurting myself. After 5 years, I finally decided to leave this marriage because I find him. He went to gambling and then owed money to the bank and to friends, and it was like, he seems so familiar. He's my dad, So I just left the marriage and moved back, and my mom begins to call me loser, failure, not different from an animal, something like that. I don't need my mother to make me feel shamed about myself. I have internalized that shame in my side. I'm so ashamed of myself. And during the past more than 30 years, and my parents and my extended family have made sure that I'm not good enough, I'm not pretty enough, I'm not smart enough, I'm not hardworking enough, I'm not anything enough. Like even now, I cover myself, wear sunglasses, and with scarves when I'm working in the neighborhood. At that time, I was dating another guy, so I was not interested in him. But I was just looking at him and asking him, "Do you have muscles?" And then he said that I do. I went to Vietnam. I went to Vietnam War. So you can guess how old he was, like 2014. Yes. So he was, sitting in between two girls. You can imagine. And then I began to grab the muscle, the arm. What is that? Rocky arms. Yeah. My friend was just like, and I was like, yeah. That's how I met this guy. So we exchanged our contact details, information, which is email, and then we say goodbye. My friend she's a princess, girlfriend, and she's like, I want to do this, take picture, ask me to take pictures of her, and always like this, and this one is not good, do that again, something like, and I was like, I'm not your boyfriend, okay? And then, because I saw the picture of this guy's wife, so I know that their styles are so different, so I said that, you ladies are so different, why does he like you? I said that. I know it was mean. And then we broke up. I broke up with my girlfriend, and then after 1 year we met again. My girlfriend and I met again, and I was like, hey honey, I still love you. I mean, not that love. So shall we just get back, right? Because I thought it was, we just, get over with it. I want to, fix the relationship with her. And she's like, yeah. And I asked her anything about something about the relationship with this guy, and she said yes. He got divorced. She told me, and I was like, that's okay, congratulations, right? I got an email from this man saying that, hey Yvonne, do you remember me? I'm blah blah blah. How are you doing? And I replied with a joke, not joke, just flirting. I said that, hey, someone. I don't have to remember you. I don't have to remember you. I'm thinking of you every day. And then he said that you are such a bullshitter. And then we began to talk online through these emails, and I fell in love with this guy. He was charming, experienced, you can imagine. And his kids were, back then, was like 6 years old, so you can imagine hot daddy. So one time I remember he told me that, hey baby, tomorrow I cannot drive you to the airport. I don't drive, so like I have to, someone to drive me to the airport. And he said that because I have to take care of the babies, the kids. And I was like, I flew all the way to America, stayed 4 days. Longest 10 days. I don't remember 10 or 8 days, 4 days, because that's the only days he had available for me. I was crying, and he gave me option, either I drive you tonight, you spend the night in the airport on the bench. And it was November, I remember, it was cold. And or some other option, I don't remember. I was like, no, I imagined that kind of feeling. I tried to break up with him for like 4 or 5 times, but I couldn't. Because the first time that he was the first man who told me that, hey, I'm proud of you, and I love you, and you are the most brave woman I've ever seen, something like that. I know they are sweet words, right? But I just need that because I've never had that before. So I asked for emotional help, one-on-one help. It was really helpful, and then I began to, just realize that I need to change my mindset and to train my mind not to think of him or not to, look it back. And then I began to get involved in something good. So I quit my job without a plan. After I quit, and I got a part-time job from the university. I was teaching college students. I had 60 college students. And then I encouraged them so much. And after the course, they told me that, hey, Yvonne, we are so encouraged by you, and not only did we learn English, but also we learned something else. And I went on a mission trip to help the village schools there, and I also got involved in some international and teenagers group, and I co-lead them. It was not easy because I doubt myself, and I feel like, hey, I'm such a horrible person. How can I do something good? But today I want to tell you that we can do something good, although you have made so many mistakes, and we can do things with uncertainty and fear. People always say that, hey, you cannot give what you don't have, and I want to say that. Most of the time, we thought we didn't have. Actually, we do. Although the things you have don't seem sufficient, you still can give. I didn't feel any love from my own family. I have my private students who really, really need the confidence and the encouragement and the inspiration, and they can get from me.